and the social credit score.
Oh yeah, let's do that.
Your social credit score is declining right now by watching this program.
Yeah,
no doubt.
Yeah,
It'll never quite be as far down as ours because we're hosting it.
Okay, can you describe what it is?
No matter how much cannabis you smoke. Yeah, every time you smoke it.
How nice are you on
down.
Facebook? Is that what it is?
Well, I mean, China's already implemented it, and they're bragging about how many tens of thousands of people in China that they've deprived of transportation rights because they have a low social credit score. But essentially, the massive surveillance state that's been implemented the last several decades, mostly in developed nations, less so in the United States than in Western Europe and in China, but we still have a lot of it here. The way it would work here, as suggested, would be the metadata would be observed from your social media interactions, from Amazon, from your purchases at the supermarket, and they'd use these data points to figure out if you're a little bit too sad to have so many bullets. And, although the Trump administration reportedly is discussing right now internally in talks with legislators about how to implement a social credit score here in the United States to determine who is fit for whatever, including gun ownership. Yeah. Well, and it's reported, so who knows? Could be the media. Trump does these, he fakes left, and everybody throws a hysterical fit, especially libertarians. I love doing that. Hi, libertarians. I know you guys love us. A lot of our guys do it, too, and they're like, oh, my gosh, President Trump said that he would discuss this. How dare he? He's a criminal. And then what he really does is, when the leftists don't want to have any kind of reasonable discussion, he says, well, I tried to do their scheme, but I guess they didn't want it, and he ends up winning. But this could be one of those. He did it with red flag laws. They're totally off the table. Everyone went hysterical about that. I said, guys, just take a breath. Politics isn't a day-by-day game. It's a yearly thing. It's really over the decades how the left has won over the last 120 years. But I digress. The point is, it is being discussed. We can never just rest on our laurels. The danger, too, is on both sides. The danger is an overreaction and saying Trump bad because he's discussing this. On the other side, the overreaction could be more dangerous. Trump is good and he has our back forever and ever, and he can never do wrong.
And then we get complacency.
We can't be complacent.
Well,
we have to stand on it.
Let's talk about the private sector rollout of this social score. Take Alex Jones with InfoWars, for example.
Who?
Alex
Please.
Jones.
What?
Take Alex Jones, please.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So,
Hey, young man.
It's okay if you cuss his name, right?
My score is going up.
Yeah. So, but
he is crazy.
Within a matter of hours or minutes, Apple took him off of iTunes, the podcasting, whole data. Twitter knocked him off. Actually, Twitter was a little bit delayed. Facebook took him off. YouTube and all of the Google tools, all that. I mean, they killed his whole library. They
got unsubscribed from his YouTube channel if you were subscribed.
Yeah, my leftist friends used to be the ones decrying censorship and book burning, but somehow they think it's okay when it's Alex Jones.
Good to Bill Maher. Bill Maher's entire audience booed him when he said, hey, you shouldn't be banning speech.
Yeah.
And everybody applauded the total evisceration of free expression. And he stood alone. So good on you, Bill Maher.
Yeah, right. Well, and
he's the only liberal now.
I'm facing it with Sooner Politics. I'm just trying to be that platform that I wish Facebook actually was.
No, David, when people have a wrong opinion, you cannot entertain that wrong opinion. And as long as you know in your heart of hearts that your opinion is correct, you can suppress everyone else's opinion. As long as you know that you're the good guy. And the other guy's the bad guy. That's what you have to do.
Actually, even though there's some sarcasm there, it's got a thread of truth, because that's why, what you just said in your sarcasm line, that's why in today's public we acknowledge a greatness if you have a lack of confidence. That is, if you say something with a feeling of confidence, we don't like that. Because it's as though you know what you're talking about.
Well, it's arrogant if you're on the other side.
If
it's your side, you love it.
If you're uncertain about what you say, we like that.
Curated and acceptable opinions. It's called PC. But we've got this PC organization, like one that has never existed before. Now they've become part of corporate structures.
Yeah.
And even liberals are falling into the net like, oh, you said that word 15 years ago. Well, you're fired. And you're like, well, I belong to that ethnic group. And like, no.
Yeah,
So
I had to tell some liberal on Facebook the other day. He was making a point that he's anti-rapist, which I don't realize how you get out of your equation. But I said, hey, buddy, I think your right blinker is out, but your virtue signal is lighting up the sky.
So he's anti-Democrat, is that?
Yeah, I guess something.
right.
Anti-plunder.
No, and if you say anything that shows any leniency towards rape, why then you're out of here. Unless you're a rap singer, then you are hip and cool, and you are suppressed, and we cannot. Yeah. So
That's one reason we elected Trump, because we needed to smash PC culture, because it is suffocating us. I mean, it's everywhere, and it's worked its way into. It's been here for a long time, but it's bigger than it's ever been in public school and all of our institutions, in academia and government. And it's just, you can't say anything. You have an approved set of ideals, and if you deviate from that at all, you are a pariah in your experience and it's on both sides, whether you're a conservative or a liberal.
Exactly, and that's I wanted to make sure that got pointed
It's
out.
wrong no matter who you are.
The question is then, how do you solve it? What's the solution?
More speech. You don't bow down. They're demanding that you kneel. Do not kneel before Zod.
okay, I'll tell you what
It's like a muscle. If you don't use it, it'll atrophy.
What the government feels is the best solution right now. 48 states attorneys general, decided they're going to sue Facebook and Google both. I think they're going after
I think
both.
it's all 50 now.
And that's going to be the way we fix it. But I don't think so. Because how do you?
It's a ploy, but I see this all the time. Whenever we're wielding government, I'm saying like-minded people that just want to leave others alone and want to live according to the Constitution. When we take on someone, we tend to be nice guys and give them all the benefits of the doubt and not be cutthroat. When the left has an inquiry, it looks a lot like this Trump-Russia thing, where they're going back into your, to see if you jaywalked 22 years ago.
Yeah. Well, it's
And you're
always
gonna
progressive
you're
and
going to get prison
caustic.
time for
Yeah.
it.
Well,
and our guys, I don't feel that they're going to, I guess the Attorney General Barr says that it's going to be this wide-spanning inquiry, but I really doubt it's going to move outside of the scope of trust. He says that it could and it will, because if it doesn't move out of the scope of these potential trust violations, they're not going to look at this censorship or this platform or editorial.
that's a federal thing, but at the same time, several states are joining together using the vehicle of state law and states authorities
to address the trust or the platforms.
To go at, it's more than a monopoly accusation.
See, that's what I'm worried about, because, okay, great, but I'm sorry, I don't care. I don't care if you split Google up into 4 entities that censor me just as much. I don't really care.
Well, if you replace a too powerful company with a more powerful government, where did liberty go? You got nothing. It's probably
I just want government to either make them bake the cake, either you have to provide services to everyone, apply that standard you apply to gay cakes to everyone. They have to take my money, which they will not.
Right.
Facebook will not take my money, and
I
they
just
lie
talked
about
that
it.
today.
So for me to promote my content, to spend my $1 or sometimes $50, or spend large amounts of money or small amounts of money to get my message out there.
So it's not all about the money.
So
is
they
it?
won't take it because they don't like the content of they disagree with me.
That's a good point. This is the same thing that was happening with the IRS slow walking all of these Tea Party groups. And that
but it wasn't all Tea Party. It was only 98% Tea
And
Party.
even down to the individual. Even down to the individual.
And so
Lois Lerner admitted she wasn't good at math.
somehow I got approved to spend money on my Facebook page beforehand and stuff. But
See, how can you be offensive? You prove that you have a high enough social credit score. I mean, all this stuff is tied together.
Who'd have thought I'd have the highest credit score here?
You were pretty straight laced.
No. There's other people that say different. But,
And they're probably on the right.
It's going down steadily.
Yeah.